it's time to dish with D. It takes a thumbnail now from here. So I'm kind of like holding this. Yeah, hopefully it got it. I'm putting my mic in. Let's pull up the chat. This is not the right channel. Hold on. How goes that? I'm pulling up the chat. There. Oh, I did it right. Stood there with my personal chocolate. There you go. Hello. I am drinking a frozen hot chocolate tonight. Half, actually. I split it with one of the kids. This does not taste WW-fied. Hey, Jermaine and Kathy, how are you? I'm enjoying a frozen hot chocolate. It's like frozen beverage week for me. Do beverages. Hey, Tracy. Haven't seen you at Glam Camp for a while. Everything okay? Ooh, I'm mixing my little bit of whipped cream. I put some buttery cinnamon roll and some chocolate donut. Yeah. How do you snap your Joni Mione? Oh my God, where have you been? I was going to email you again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've missed you. Hey, Donna. Okay, funk. Hey, Rochelle. I look back at pictures when I was heavy, and I try to remember how I felt and how hard. I mean, or look back at my tracker too, and look at like of all the weeks, you know, and I lost, and I think back of the journey. And I used to have a thing, I think I showed you guys, with the glass beads moving, pounds to lose, pounds lost. And I think back, you know, of how hard it was. And I remember, like I tell this story all the time. I cried my first week on plan because I was so figuring it was just so, I felt sad. Like I felt like I broke up with my boyfriend, you know, food. We've had a long-standing relationship with. And then I've come to realize that I haven't really broken up with food. I've had to put him on a lesser schedule. We couldn't date every night. We could date some nights. So I try to, I don't want to go back. I don't want to slide back. I mean, there's, like I said, or, you know what, a big thing is try maintaining for a while. Try to get out of the weight loss mode and just get into where you're at. Try to at least stay at that even keel for a while, so you're not putting back. I guarantee you put weight back on, you're going to be even more in a funk, because the more weight you put on, the more of a funk you become. And I don't want to see that happen, because I've been there. And let me tell you something, it comes back fast and furious, and it always brings relatives. You might have lost 40 pounds, but you'll somehow 60 pounds will be there. You're like, how the hell? I don't know. It always brings friends. So, hey, Donna. My video is off from the audio. This video? Okay, good, it's back. Hey, Rochelle. Hey, Judy Jennings. Judy Jetson. You're cute as ever. I'm having a frozen hot chocolate, Joni Mione. I put this out a couple weeks ago. You need to go look it up, and you need to make it. This is actually half. And the whole thing is one Smart Point, I believe, or two. I don't remember. It's either one or two. And it's so good. My son says it tastes better than Dunkin' Donuts. Hey, Cheryl Bradley. The Raymond Life. Quick question. I can't remember what recipe I saw that you made for the funfetti cake mix. Oh, I made the funfetti in Pound Dropper's cheesecake. Pound Dropper has this 1-point funfetti cheesecake. And I've just been putting it in all of my cheesecakes, because 3 tablespoons, when you divide it into the whole of the cake, it makes 1 point per slice. So that's where I've gotten it. I'd never calculated because she did all of that. So I just do the same recipe in different variations. Like I don't really change it up where it's going to change points. Hey Noreen. Lemon dill shrimp. Oh, it sounds good. Oh, my dog loves watermelon. We just had a half a watermelon. Yes, I'm telling you, Joni, it is amazeballs. I don't know if you can hear it. Let me show it to you. Let's put it down. Maybe, I don't know if I can get a good view. Oh, I know. I can turn the camera around. There we go. See, Dee's getting a little bit technically. There, I mixed a little bit of the whipped cream in. It's really thick. If I could just maneuver things. It's very thick. You see how thick it is. And it's very chocolatey. Let me flip it around again. If I could just flip it around. There we go. Very chocolatey and yummalicious. Hey, Lynette. The cake waffles, well, you'd have to measure, Kath. On the side of the cake mix, it tells you in grams. It'll say cake mix. Do I have one here? I don't know if I have one down here. It tells you in grams on the, per serving. It'll tell you how many servings are in the box. It might say 12 servings, and it'll tell you like gram amounts. So you know that gram amount is that 1 serving. So when you scan it, you'll know how many points 1 serving is. So I always keep an open cake mix, and I would grams, put my scale and measure those grams to know that's the points for that amount. And then just mix it with a little milk and maybe throw an egg in there if you don't have to count it, which is what I do a lot. And then you have the points. You don't have to count the milk or the egg because you shouldn't need that much almond milk. Good evening, Donna. Hey, Kathleen. Hey, Lori. Does that make sense, Kathy? I can see if I have a cake mix down here. I might. Hang on, peeps. I might have one. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, I have one down here. Possibly. Oh, I can use this one as an example. I do. Okay. See this? Sugar-free yellow. On the side, it says, I have my glasses on, or maybe I don't. It says serving size 1/10 of the package. So when you scan it, it'll give you the points for 1/10. So the 1/10 is 45 grams. See where it says that? I don't think it's clear. But 1/10 of the package, 45 grams, is the points that it gives you when you scan it. So what I do is I measure on my scale in grams, and I know that that's 1 serving. You get 10 servings out of this cake box for that amount of points. Now you could lower it for lower points. Like you could get 20 servings for half of that gram. So what did I say, 45? So 22 grams would be half the amount and half the points. Hope that makes sense. Good. Yeah, but you can make fantastic stuff. That's how I make the brothels. I measure. I have an open box of brownie mix. I keep it specially for that, and I measure them. Put an egg. I put sometimes I put pumpkin. Sometimes I put applesauce. Sometimes I don't put anything. This is really good. And I'm weighing in tomorrow, so yeah, it's good. You know what? I thought to myself, it is what it is tomorrow. I had a good week, and if the scale doesn't say it, scale doesn't say it. So I am enjoying my 0 point frozen hot chocolate. Made your clan. My clan? Oh, my flan. Flan. It is good, isn't it? That was originally supposed to be my cheesecake. How that happened. And when we tasted it, my husband said, it doesn't really taste like cheese. I mean, it's good. It just doesn't taste like cheesecake. I said, yeah, but it tastes like something. He goes, reminds me of a flan. And I'm like, ooh. So I was saving it to make I thought I'll film it later in the week because I still was wanting to do the cheesecake. So I saved that in the back, and then I made the cheesecake, and then I made the flan. And it is, you have to like banana because I do think it's a bit banana. If I can get that, if that's a word. Baked scallops and broccoli. Ooh, what did I have? I had a quinoa power bowl. They're my favorite. I love quinoa. And I put mixed greens, and I put a cup of quinoa, and I had some grilled chicken, and some of my favorite yogurt ranch dressing, and some cucumbers and tomatoes. We had a late lunch. I really wasn't super hungry, but we were out shopping. Hey, Linz. Awesome. That's fair. Boy, that flew by. I mean, probably didn't fly by for her, but man, I felt like you just were telling us. Ooh, Donna's got a whole D night coming. That sounds yummy. Ooh, Don Lee chicken burgers. They sound good. I love brown rice. I ate brown rice when I was chubby. I've always liked brown rice. I love that nuttiness. So every time we were ever out in a Chinese restaurant, I always order brown rice. It really comes out well in the Instant Pot, I have to say. Because I cannot make rice on the stove. Truth be told. Yes, it depends on the mug, you know? Like my mug, I have that super duper big one, which like I said, go to your local Dollar Tree. It's $1. Get one of them nice big soup mugs. Because Dee's making next week, I don't know what day, because I got to make my plans. But Hungry Girl made a carrot cake in a mug. And you know your girl loves carrot cake. So I am going to do that someday next week. I'm not sure what day. But I love using that big white mug. It's perfect. That is awesome news, Linz. Hey, happy Friday, Ann. My flan went over, if you noticed. It looked like a big cupcake when it came out. And I was like, Somebody asked if you can make it in the oven. I'm sure you can. I don't know why I decided microwave. I mean, microwave is one of those things that you make it and you eat it. But I don't like warm cheesecake. So I'm not really quite sure why I decided to make it in the microwave. But lo and behold, I did. Now, I think that's a dense cheesecake. That's what I liked about it. It's got some New York City denseness to it, which I don't think the regular Weight Watchers cheesecakes have. They're good, but I like that dense cheesecake. Ooh, yeah, I'm all for that, Kathy. I'll be right over and join you for some brown rice. Oh, it's easy. Oh, maybe it's just sometimes, you know, when the ingredients are just puffier. But as long as it did. See, mine didn't overflow. It just got real big and it kind of hung over the sides a little bit. But I liked it. And I cut it off and I ate it. Didn't show it on the video, though. Hey, Natalie, I'm just enjoying a frozen hot chocolate. Can I just say, if you've not put cinnamon in something chocolate, you're certainly missing out. That buttery cinnamon roll just really puts it over the top. Oh, that's good. Oh. Yeah, that's a good idea. Brown rice pudding. No, I never have. Is it any good? Have you ever made it? I do want to go next time I'm at Whole Foods, and I think Whole Foods has them. I can get them online. I want to get brown rice Krispies because I want to make like bars, like crispy bars, but I want to use brown rice. I'm sure that's not any lower in points because, as we know, rice isn't any lower in points, brown or white. I just figured it's maybe a little bit healthier, but I want to make brown rice crispy treats. But I have to get the brown rice Krispies. And I probably can get them on Amazon. I love any excuse to go to Whole Foods. I'm there. And then next to Whole Foods is Trader Joe's. So, can I just say how much I'm enjoying this? Tomorrow's Tim's birthday. I got a big old pork butt I got to put in the crock pot tomorrow. Yeah, I have a busy morning making cake and pork butt. He wants the honey bun cake. If you've never heard of that, Google honey bun cake. Yeah, it's made with a box cake, and there's like sour cream, and there's this like layer of cinnamon and brown sugar and cinnamon, and then on top you put a glaze. It's so moist and so delicious. Yeah. So luckily I'll be getting away before honey bun cake comes out. It does. I would eat it. But I don't know how it would cook with the milk. I always have trouble with brown rice. Yes, I just slurped my thing. Snap. Anybody here new just joining us for the first time? Come say hi. And we'd like to welcome back Joni, who has been AWOL for a while, but I'm glad to see you're here and doing well. It's always good to see the peeps. Always good to see the peeps. I should be here tomorrow. I'm not sure what time we're having cake, because 9 times out of 10 we were usually done by 7. So, because we're gonna have pulled pork, and then probably, unless we have cake afterwards. I would like to have cake later, but they'll want to have cake later and after dinner. Oh, hey Izzy. Sugar-free marshmallows. I've never had those. I've had those smashmallows. I don't think they're sugar-free, but apparently they're lower in points. I'm not sure why. But awesome, Leslie. Let's all welcome Leslie to tea. It's her first live, and she's down 18.2 pounds. First time a month into WW. Have any questions? Jump right in. This chat flies. What is rennet? I don't think I know what that is. Yeah, what plan? Tell us what plan you're on, Leslie. What's your secret? Because we love tips and tricks and hacks. That's how I get through. Yep. You know, I always say, if you can't eat it, fake it. So we do our sugar-free cake hacks. Love that I had that there. Good prop. Oh, ready to use for homemade ice cream. I never knew that. I probably never made homemade ice cream. Could be. Learn something new. I think at one time I made that one ice cream that everybody was making. I think you mixed it with like Cool Whip, and it like got all umptious. Purple Plan, have about 50 more to lose. Beginner's, no, it's not beginner's luck. You follow the plan. That's what I always say. People who aren't, 9 times out of 10, if you're not losing, you're not following the plan. My leader always says you're following your version of the plan. And sometimes it works. And sometimes, well, it works and sometimes it doesn't. It's just, you have to, it's consistency is key, I always say. But congratulations. Lots of fruits and veggies. You better believe it. Ah, 1 cup of brown rice, 3 cups of almond milk, teaspoon of vanilla, cinnamon, a pinch of salt. Sounds good. I hear you, Joni. As long as you're healthy, that's all that counts right now. I love that you said that. She weighs and measures her 0-point foods. Can I say how much I love you? I tout that all the time. I mean, I don't think Weight Watchers, I love the plan. Don't get me wrong, I do. I mean, I'm still on it. I'll still be on it. That's not fan of. I'm not a fan of their topics, and I'm not a fan of the fact that they don't run that home. You really should weigh and measure your 0 point foods. They have calories, and you can overindulge in them. I just don't feel that that's brought home enough. That's always my issue, but I think that's awesome. That is key. Know how much you're having. Track them, especially if you're not losing and you're stuck. Track your 0 point foods. See how much. I would do calories. If you're not losing for a while, see how much you're eating. Are you overeating? Are you undereating? You could be going either way. And with 0 point foods, it could go that way. So I'm always, I know it's hard. I know it's hard and it's work. Dee knows this. But I definitely think that's the answers you're going to find. That's where you're going to find your answers. Oh, Leslie, I love you even more. She's what? God, I love it. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I love when people get it. I do, and I will say it took me a while. Oh yeah, when things finally clicked, and they didn't click right away. Dee's been on Weight Watchers 100 million times. She's been heavy for 43 of her 53 years. I say this all the time. Sometimes it clicked, and I remember thinking to myself, wow, it all made sense. Not sure why or how, but it did. And I think everybody has their epiphany at their own time, but always be open to listening and researching and exploring and trying things, and you will all get there. I know this because if I could be here, I know all you can. I say this because I know that is true. That sounds really good, Maureen. Noreen. Called you Maureen. Hey, Jenny. Oh, you typed Maureen and I said Maureen. Jenny and I are very much alike. That's what I'm saying. I can't get into I just can't. It irks me. Because if I was really struggling, if I was back, having to lose like another 40, 30 pounds, I don't think this would inspire me. I think I would probably would jump off the wagon because I think I just feel like I need more than they're giving. And I just don't know why they're just stuck on this. And is it trying to be, the perfect plan, or we're trying to be like all the good, like they don't want to say anything negative, or I don't know. It's just the stuff that they're talking about to me is just irrelevant. And I just can't, and I haven't been to a Zoom meeting in God since before 4th of July. That was the week before 4th of July was the last, because I remember her saying we won't be here next week. So I was thinking about going tomorrow. I miss my leader. I miss my people. But the thought of them talking about this stuff just bores the shit out of me. And I sit there and I'm like, I got stuff to do. I just put my headphones on and just start cleaning. So I feel you, Lori. It's been my complaint the last couple of weeks. You see the trouble I have talking about the topic. And I will be here tomorrow talking about the topic. And I can't hide my disdain. It's like some of the things that they even give you to do don't make sense. I'm like, I live in the real world, and that's not something I would do. And so, but I will come on tomorrow with my weigh-in, and I haven't printed it I don't print it till tomorrow morning, so I don't even know what the topic is. I don't watch anybody's weigh-in video, because I don't like to watch their weigh-in video, and then I feel like that stuff sticks in my head, and I want to do my own version of the topic. So if I don't watch it, then I don't know what they're saying, so I can do my own version. You know what I'm saying? I don't want the cloud, because things stick in your subconscious. You just can't help it. So if I don't watch it, there's no subconscious. So that's why it's totally me out there. Yeah, I hear you. I just, I feel sometimes they're trying to do this, like trying to PR thing. I guess I'm looking at things where people are leaving and they're trying to make it all happy and pretty and good, and you want to do this plan, and it's like sometimes you don't need that. You need the, you know, meat and potatoes. You need the things that I need. Like I need, there's certain things that I need to follow on this plan. There are things I need to hear. And if you're not giving them to me, I can't watch it. I just can't. Hey, Becky. I miss my people. That's what I go on for. Yes, it's not the leaders, it's the company, and it's just the way they're producing this stuff. And you're like going, the one thing they said, it was I think a couple weeks ago, and I'm just like, no, I wouldn't do that. Oh, you know, put your food out, and they're telling you to go sit in a different room. I'm like, before you tell us to sit in the kitchen and make a pretty spot, now you want us to sit back in the living room. I don't know. Drove me nuts. Hey, Lori, how's it going? Yeah, it's you know, I just think they're just, you know, things are bad. Things are bad everywhere. Everything is bad. The economy is in the stinking toilet. You know, it's every business is suffering because it's just the way it is. So you gotta do something different. This is not it. If they would like, yeah, I fill out the survey too. Oh, the Oprah thing really pissed me off when they had this thing. Oh, you sign up to go to Oprah's thing. I'm like, okay, I'll sign up. I signed up. I go on, and it's like, oh, sorry, the room is full. Well, then why did I bother signing up? Because I didn't get in. That little thing. I thought, you know what? You got to be kidding me. You make people sign up, and then the room isn't big enough. Well, then you shouldn't have had that many people sign up. So somebody like me who, you know, went on the time, maybe I should have went early, but the thing was 11 o'clock, so I'd go in at 5 of 11. Pissed. I was a little bit pissed. Hey, Lorianne, good evening, as I was venting about Oprah. Yep, that's why I go, the people and the coach. But I've lost my train of thought, which happens a lot. I love the success stories. And that's what a lot of people are saying, Noreen. A lot of them are, a few people aren't doing well without going to the meetings. So that's interesting. And a lot of people are jumping ship. They're going nitric bites because it's cheaper. And some people who are digital, who were going to Zoom, are not allowed in Zoom anymore. So what happens? Do they get a life preserver? I'm not sure. Oh, that's a shame. Keep Lori's father-in-law in your prayers. Was it kidney cancer? Am I thinking the right one? I have so many stories. I think it was kidney with him, if I'm not mistaken. Sometimes he remembers. Doesn't happen often. Dee's memory sucks. Liver cancer. Okay. Gotcha. Did you see Alex Trebek? Speaking of cancer, that man looks amazing. For having stage 4 pancreatic cancer, I just can't believe it. He's like a living miracle, the fact that he's still here. And he looks that good. And he's still working. That's just, I mean, I always say that's a living testament to you get the right doctor. I'm telling you, good things happen. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's always, like I said, I needed the accountability of being weighed in. I did. Because I knew, well, I did. I'm all right now. I mean, I still, you know, still probably need it. That's why I know starting this channel was, I wouldn't be sitting here if it wasn't for this channel. If I, you know, catapulting the end, because towards the end when you got that last, 20 pounds, it felt like forever. Well, I told you it took me 6 months to lose 13 pounds, which it doesn't sound like a lot, or it does sound like a lot. It felt like, in the whole summer I did nothing. So I think I lost the 13 pounds from September to December. I remember the whole last summer I took off. And that's why I tried to say to you, Jermaine, sometimes we just got to maintain a while. You know, get out of that. And Weight Watchers has been mentioning that lately about taking a few weeks off, just maintaining, you know, add a few points in, just keep keel, keep even keel. You're not on this, you know, the loss bus, you're on the even keel bus, and just try to keep it even. And then in a few weeks, then you go right back into weight loss. You could switch your app to maintenance for a few weeks. Ooh, cheesecake. I'll be right there with my fork. I'd go for a piece of cheesecake. And I only step once a week. I know there's a lot of people that like to get weighed more often. I was book. I That just didn't work well for me. I mean, I just when I was down, I'd eat more. When I was it just so I just get weighed, which is interesting that I don't even think about it. Like the scale sits there in my washroom. I walk right by it, and then tomorrow I'll get on it. Thank you. Well, that Lorianne, that makes me feel that Chef Lorianne likes it. I feel good about it. And I did a flan, which technically isn't a flan, but it tastes like a flan. Oh, I know. On Zoom, nonetheless, Noreen. I look at it this way, you know, if they tell you lifestyle, then lifestyle, I have treats. Because I found too, when you fit them in, you don't have those big binges. When I didn't like fit in treats, I'd go off the wall, especially on weigh day. That was always my day. I reeled that in. Where I told you, I would eat anything and everything that wasn't nailed down. I just shoveled it in. I didn't know what I was eating or how much I was eating. I didn't care. It was weigh day, and I suffered. As I felt, I suffered all week. But that again became a constant battle. But you know, then I listened to my leader. She always would say it, and I'm finally figuring out. Yes, you know, she fits in. She'll sit there and she has her bars on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I'm thinking that does make sense. You look forward to it. I look forward to when I'm going to have my treat day and my little dessert. I'll have my cheesecake on certain days. I know. So sometimes I pre-track it. That's always good. This way you already put your points in. Like when I know I'm going to have that matcha latte from Dunkin', that gets in my tracker. 8 points. I find, you know what, it's well worth it to me. I get the skim milk. It's a dairy. I look at it that way. Yes, flan. Yep. I'm still excited that you liked it. Like the way it looked. Anyone switch to digital? Exactly. And there's just ways, you know, like especially that like that frozen hot chocolate. I don't know how that got to be so low in points, but because you use 2 teaspoons of the cocoa, and that's 0. If I used 3, then it would be a point. And I don't think I need 3. 2 was plenty because it makes a nice tall one. That pink drink from Hungry Girl. Oh, sweet Jesus, that's good. It's nice for the summer. And let me tell you something. It's 0 points without using those dehydrated. Do not use the freeze-dried strawberries. I use fresh. And you have enough points to throw a glug of rum in there. Thank me later for that one. Yes. Rid of the dehydrated, freeze-dried, and add some rum. I'd spend my points on rum, personally. Like, oh, caramel sauce. Somebody mentioned about putting PB2 on there. That'd be good because peanut butter and banana. I'm like, yes. Yeah, I don't blame you, Lori. If you want to get lifetime, you have to go in for meetings. You have to be a meetings member to be lifetime. And I think if you put enough, time in it, you want to be lifetime. At least, I would. Yes, that's what they say. There's no more Zoom for digital. Don't even get me started with that. That irks me to no end. It costs them nothing to have you go in there. It's just, they're feeling that that's what meeting members are paying for. So, and you're not paying for that. So, which it just, don't get me started on that one because I think it's horrible. Like they invite you in and say, shut the door. That's my problem with it. Oh, see, that's what I said. Like I just think that that's terrible. I think you can get that for 3 points. Like a shot, I think is 3 points, which you can do a half a shot, or maybe make a double, or do half and have two of them. If you have two, then you'd have to add a point for the milk, because then you'd use a cup. Still worth it. Compared to some other drinks, still worth it. Yes, man, you come anytime, Dance. Did you see my clothing haul? Speaking of, I didn't realize how good I scored. As I'm looking through the stuff on live on a camera today, I'm going, wow, this is really nice. I paid like $4 something a shirt. I got this a cute pink cheetah one. I didn't realize how cute that was. The one had a cute little peplum. I was like, and there was a couple I put back. When he gave me my total, I'm like $48.50. Holy crap! No pants. I know I have to get pants, but I like to try on pants. That's my problem. My bottom half is where I have issues. I can get away with shirts, but man, I had fun. Had my mask on. I went shopping. We don't have meetings here yet either. We just have Zoom and WAN only. Hey, Noreen's in Jackson. That's where Great Adventure is. And a fabulous outlet, I will say. I've been to that outlet many times. Yeah, well, they're supposed to, Smoky Cat, be giving passwords. And then that's what the word is. I don't know. My leader, she's letting me post them on our page. So I know. Stinking cheap. There's a Weight Watchers shot glass. I need to get that. Well, California, you guys are right now in battle. It's pretty bad. California, Colorado, Texas, and Florida. Right now, you guys are like really bad. Like we were like that about a month and a half ago, but we're sort of like leveled off. But we're still getting, there's still like 20 cases every day at least. It should be on the page. Luigi's here. I think somebody just asked for a link, and in comes Luigi. I think her ears were ringing. That's my Luigi. Hello, my Luigi. How are you? You're in Bakersfield. Oh, I think we need to have some kind of like a little get together. My Jersey peeps. Schools. Oh, I bet it is, and it's so not going to be pretty. I don't know. It's not going to get better anytime soon. That's the depressing thing. You keep thinking, well, we've put all this months in, and it's not any better. We need the frozen hot chocolate, please. She's sweet. She comes right at the right time. I think her ears were ringing. Now the trolls will come because Luigi's here. The trolls. I'm telling you, either we have trolls or we have no trolls. That's just the way it goes. That's always the way it is. Trolls or no trolls. This is still sitting here, and I have to say how much I enjoy this Fairlife protein drink. My Sam's Club had it on sale, a case for I think it was like $11, and I was going to get the Premier Protein, but this was cheaper. And I thought same points, so 30 grams of protein in here. So I like it for mixing overnight oats. That's what I pretty much use it for. I think it will be really good in this frozen hot chocolate. You might have to pay a point for it, but you know what? Bet you it's filling. And sometimes you have to weigh that. You have to sit there and think. Remember, like I had a video on, calories and points and nutrition. Like people are so afraid to they're not eating. And I'd be willing to spend a point for this. And I just have this in there. I think it'd be well worth it. Hey, Joanne. Oh, August 26th. I wonder what they're going to change our minds. Hey, Deborah. Well, we're always here. You can always watch the replay. Sometimes life gets in the way. I do understand that. I understand that really well. Rosedale. That sounds nice, Rosedale. My mother's name was Rose, so she would love the word Rosedale. Not that I know where that is. This sounds nice. I sort of know where, well, like I know somewhere where Great Adventure is. I've never driven there, but I've been to the outlets. When I was on the PTA at school, we used to have fundraisers, and we would always go to the Fallscraft outlet up there, and we would get like prizes for our bingo, stuff that I remember. And we would always go, oh, I love that Fallscraft outlet. No, it's two smart points for the whole container. It's 2. I only needed half. That's why I said 1 for the chocolate, because you don't need a cup. There should be 2 cups in here. Maybe it's not. Now this is a little over a cup. Yeah, half of this would be 1. 150 calories. I think it's tasty, to be honest. And I love Fairlife. I love the brand Fairlife. I just think it's a really good brand. So I enjoy it. But it was on sale, it was cheaper. So cheapskate and me, got the deal. Hey, Rosie. No, I've had it a while. I know they have chocolate too. It's Fairlife. I will show you. Is it looking backwards to you? It looks backwards to me. Let me see. I think it looks fine. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, it's 2 points for the whole bottle, which is the same as Premier Protein. And I'll show you if you can see that. I don't know if you can see it. But 150 calories. This is vanilla. I know they have chocolate. Hey, Ellen. Welcome to tea. Maurice's. I don't know. I have a Maurice's. Oh, I like places that could pay me to shop. Yeah, I've had the chocolate. It's good too, but the vanilla is all they had there, and I needed it for my oatmeal. Because girl likes her oatmeal. If I don't have my almond milk, that's what I open. These are great to have around. I think these are expiring next month, though. August 27th. Yeah, I gotta eat these in a month. You guys, neighbors, see what happens? Tea with Dee. She brings neighbors together. Damn, she's a miracle. What a girl that Dee is. Ooh, awesome. I had a frozen hot chocolate that I sucked down. That's 2 nights in a row I had a frozen drink. Well, yesterday's was iced. I had the pink drink. Did I tell you guys next week? Hopefully, I'm not sure what day because I had to make my plans. But one day next week, I'm going to make um, Hungry Girls carrot cake in a mug. It looked so good because I didn't have carrots, which is important in carrot cake, and pineapple, which I think is important in carrot cake. So I have that. So this week, and did you see last night she went live and she made those PB and J bagelettes? She made 2 ingredient dough, little mini bagel saucers, and she filled them with PB2 and jelly. She mixed her peanut butter powder with sugar-free jelly. Genius! I'm like, wow. Yeah, but I'm not sure. I mean, I like jelly. I'm not sure. I'm not big of a fan of jelly, but yeah, I'm still making those too. Don't know when, but how stinking cute they were. They were little bagelettes, and she made little cups out of them. Thank you, Lori. Lori always gives me carrots. She's just too kind. I know, Hungry Girl. She's my like hero. I tell her all the time. I say, you inspire me to make things, and again, she makes the hacks. How do you survive? Hacks. There are some people that refuse to do hacks. I just know that I need to have this stuff. I need cake. That is who I am. My leader says, find out who you are. I like to eat cake. That's who I am. So I find a way to fit it in, and that's how I do it. Make mug cakes because one and done. I'm telling you that coffee cake, mug cake is so good. The little, the oatmeal cream pie, the whoopie pie, the chocolate whoopie pie. Oh, just good. And I've done a few on here, but yeah, she mixed the peanut butter powder with the jelly. No. She mixed the powdered peanut butter with regular, like, sugar-free jelly. So the sugar-free jelly wet the peanut butter, and it became real thin, and she put it in the little cups, Luigi. It was a beautiful thing. Oh, Pound Robber, she's another one. I always say to her, can you adopt me? Can we be sisters? Because you're just a goddess. A goddess when it comes to, because thinking like that, you gotta cook like a chubby girl, but eat like a skinny girl. That's how you do it. Man, Rochelle, I need more Reese's. Hey, Carol. I try to. I am who I am. I finally, figured I got to be me because I got to live the rest of my life, and I can't work all this and then only to gain it back. So like I said, I'd find the tricks, and as long as you keep within the calories and the points, you're fine. Oh, I saw that all their toppers are $5. Yep, you can get all of them for $20. Cost you $10 to ship them. Yeah, the buttered cinnamon roll, the the chocolate donut, the gingerbread, and the pumpkin, which I all have. It's an addiction. Things butter. Everything's better with butter. This is true. I buy the light butter, and I try to use less. But some things you just need butter in. You can do applesauce a lot, but there's sometimes you just need a little bit of butter. I need more Reese's. Is there more Reese's in my area? I love places. I love to find the grocery outlets. Like that one we found in Lancaster. Oh my gosh. Incredible deals. Incredible. Oh, make the Lori, make the what was it called? The little party cake loaf that I make. It's a little loaf. It's regular cake. It tastes like cake, and it has fun, and then it has like sparkles. I mean, sparkles, sprinkles in it. And I think it's 4 points for the whole loaf, and it's delicious. Oh, I'm telling you, I know. Buttery cinnamon roll is all that in a bag of chips. I don't have more Reese's that I know of. Um, I'll tell you why I had the angst. Like I said, when I eat and I expect to gain, I'm all right with it because I expected it. But when I'm on plan and doing, when I think I have a good week and then the scale says no, that irks me. I mean, like I said, I own every gain I have because you know what? And if I've had a bad week, if I've eaten, I've overdone the Asian snack mix, which I do a lot. I get it. But when I was good and I'm working out like a nut job, in my mind it's a nut job. I'm sure it's not in most people's minds. But to me, I'm working out like fiend. For me, this is a fiend. I'm just like, yeah, kidding? Like, I didn't expect a loss. And even had it been it just felt like it, I just didn't feel I deserved it. And I think we always feel we don't deserve it. But, I was all right. I was just like, are you kidding me? Yeah, that's what aggravates me. When I know I was pretty much on point all week, and I thought, you've got to be kidding me. And that's the third week in a row I've had a gain. That pisses me off as well. I'm like, I think I had a 1.4 or 1.6, and then this was what I think 0.4. I mean, it was minuscule, but it just added up to the other two. So it's 3 weeks in a row I've had a gain. I'm like, I'm still under goal. It's just aggravating. You guys get it. It's just, I wasn't expecting. Now, tomorrow, I thought I had a pretty good week again. Pretty much. Though I'm still waiting for something to happen, which it hasn't happened. That, is never a good thing. But oh, what flavor of Smart Cakes? I like the lemon. Believe it or not, I like the lemon. I know, Luigi. I know, I'm telling you, my exercise ring is closed every day. For me, that's not unheard of. This thing is like saying, what? Who's wearing this? It's not Denise. Because I don't exercise. The fact that I am, and I don't know. I hear you, Luigi. I was salty, as you can tell in the video. Oh, Rochelle, you're funny. Oh, thank you, Laura. It's just like and I always say this, we want the payoff. That is our payoff. The scale is our, and I say this all the time. Sometimes we don't always get it. I mean, are my clothes fitting? Yes. So I'm not like struggling to get things on. I'm still be able to button my size 10 jeans. It's just like you just want that payoff. And I still want that payoff. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I even checked the scale. The scale's perfectly accurate. I weighed a 5-pound bag of flour. It weighed 5 pounds. So no such a scale. Exactly. Oh yeah, I am in this just as much as you guys are. Like I said, I'm in no safe zone. Ain't no safe zones here. Is the cocoa butter points? Not 2 tablespoons. 3 tablespoons would be 1 point. That was that last week, Ellen. Where the heck you been, girl? I've had cheesecake, cheesecake, flan. I had, what else was really popular? The Hungry Girl pink drink hack. So good, might I say. And you get the powder. I got the powder at the dollar store. Not to do the treadmill. Yeah, maybe it's just the pounding, even though you're not really pounding, but it's pounding on your back. I will, Noreen. Thank you so much. No, I don't miss. No, I be honest with you, I'm so glad to be done. That's why I'm not that far under goal. I was only 2.5 pounds under goal. I was done. You know, I was done losing. I had it. I just wanted to be done. I hit my goal. That was good enough for me. I know you should have a cushion, so I did. 2.5 pounds. No, I hate losing. I just want to be maintaining. Like I always say, I'm great at where I'm at. I'm comfortable with myself. I'm happy with myself. I just wanted to live, and I wanted to just have a somewhat, balanced life. Right? That's one of my big things is balance. I think we need to have balance in our lives. We can't. I don't want to go from overeating, like I was, to undereating. I just want to be in the middle. I want to be, as I always like to say, normal. I want to be right in the middle of everything. I don't want to be here. I just want to be right here, straight and narrow. It's not as easy as I make it sound, because it's not. But, I do not miss that rush at all. There's some people do. Oh, yeah, there's some people that miss that rush. Not me. I couldn't wait to go on maintenance. I was like, yes. I'm tired. I'm waiting. I don't like, begging the scale to give me pounds off. Just want to be done. Now, of course, I want to get a pound or so off, but that's about it. That's what, you check your clothes. I found a shirt that I bought on clearance on QVC. Somebody was talking about QVC clearance that never fit. It was an extra large. But as you know, some clothes, just because they say extra large, doesn't necessarily mean that they are. It just depends on who makes them. And it was one of those clingy shirts that was like clingy, and it never ever looked right. I always felt it was too tight. I don't like anything around my rolls. So it was a white, it had a collar, and it had this beautiful flower on the side, like very like a watercolor flower, very very dainty, and I never wore it. Well, I was cleaning out the things. There were some old big clothes, and I found that shirt. I'm like, I've never worn this shirt. Why? Because it never fit. So I tried it on. I'm like, it's big. Hello, hooray, finally. So now I'm wearing that shirt. I'm not going to get rid of it yet because I never wore it. It's not too big that it looks like this shirt right now that I have on is way too big. It's just way too big. It's just something comfortable. I put it on for Glam Squad, but I wouldn't go out in this shirt. Or I'd have to I've been knotting them on the sides. They look really cute when you knot them. But yeah, there's just certain shirts that I just won't wear. Lynn's, that's me either. That is why I took the doctor's note for the 10 pounds. Yep, because I knew the pound that they don't take anything into consideration. Your age, your history. I gotta say this, I know you probably can say it for me. I've been heavy for 43 years. There's no way I'll be 145. I could get there. I'll never maintain that. I can barely maintain 155. Yeah, that's a little unrealistic. It's unrealistic. I mean, some people, I get it, but the whole, and that's not, you really want people to be healthy. And again, what's their version of healthy? There's all different, don't get me started on that one. That could be my Monday's vlog. Yeah. It was, I don't know, I can't remember the brand name it was, but it was something. Speaking of Q, I ordered my first logo shirt. I love Lori Goldstein's stuff, and I've always wanted to get one, but I was just, so I ordered my first one about a month ago, I guess it was. It was on clearance, and I got a medium. I was a little scared. I'm like, I've never ordered her stuff, but oh, it looks so cute. My only complaint is it's a short sleeve, but it's heavy, so I can't wear it till the fall. It's really cute. It has all different patterns on it and has a little peplum. So cute. So excited to wear it. Balance, yes, that is what I like to preach. you have to, they go by the what is that thing, Luigi, that they go by the BMI chart. They take age, height into consideration. I don't think they take age, to be honest, because this is the same way I was supposed to be when I was 16. And gender. So they take your height, and being I was we say 5'4", but I'm under 5'4". 5'4", it's 117 to 149. No, 146. 146. So that is the range, and they'll tell you the range, and you pick any number within that range. I, of course, picked 146. I'm not stupid. And then the doctor, they take a note for 10 pounds above that. So my goal weight was 156. And then once you hit your goal weight, you have 6 weeks of maintenance. And then after that 6 weeks, you have to be within 2 pounds of that weight. So I had to be with either I think I had to be 2 pounds, yeah. I could have been 158 and still been considered lifetime. I could go up to 158 and still be lifetime. So I have a 2 pound up cushion. Oh, I hear you, Rashad. I say that all the time. I say it's uncomfortable to wear fitted clothes because I've never worn them. And what I try to run home to people is, when you're bigger clothes make you look smaller. When you're smaller, bigger clothes make you look bigger. So I keep that in my head because they do. Like when you're bigger, the bigger clothes make you look smaller, but when you're smaller, the bigger clothes make you look bigger. So I'm trying to be comfortable with it. Like those new tank tops I showed you last week, they're very fitted. I was very self-conscious wearing them, but everybody said they look fine, it was me. I know it was me. And that's going to take a while to feel comfortable in my own body. Glad to help, Leslie. Oh, you got a great studio. See, ours won't. Ours is only 10 pounds. Doctor, when I went there, I was 173 when I went to the doctor's for the note. She said to me, I would love to see you stay right here. I'm like, so would I. But Weight Watchers won't have it. She goes, do they know how heavy you are? I'm like, yes. The fact that you're weighing this is, I said, I know. I agree with you. I do. Because she said, you want to be able to maintain that. It's just, that's a whole other set of problems. Yes. Well, you can go up and down. You can't, no. They don't, you can go up and down as long as at the end of the 6 weeks, you're within 2 pounds. You're fine. I think that's what they told me. I hear you, Rush. That's exactly what my doctor said too. Realistically. Like, do they want to see you succeed? See, there's my problem. Do you want to see me succeed? I will not stay 146. That's not happening. I'd have to starve. And do I want to sit around being miserable all day? No. Like I said, if I was 25 years younger and I was in my 20s, whole different thing. Yes, I should probably weigh that being 25, 20 years old. I'm 53. Let's be realistic about this. The wrench means she has sort of admin powers. Luigi has superpowers is what that means. Yes, it's I've gotten better with it, but it's hard for me because especially people who haven't seen me. Like I went to my uncle's funeral back in a few months ago, and those people haven't seen me, oh God, probably 4 or 5 years since my mother passed away. So we're talking about 4 years ago. So at my heaviest they saw me. So they're just, and people just stare at you and they haven't seen you for that long because I get 115 pounds is it's a person. So I get, and then you get stared at and they're looking at you like, wow. I get that, I do. I've seen myself all the time, so I don't notice it as much because until I see a picture. When I see a picture, then I go, oh wow, like you do the face-to-face Fridays and the transformation Tuesdays, and you see like your stomach and your legs and your the fact that I have a neck, that like kills me that I have a neck. So it's still I sit there and I tell you this every day. I'm still in disbelief. Oh, I am still in disbelief. It's uncomfortable yet good. It is. It is hard to. It is. I agree with you, Jenny. It is hard to see your own weight loss because you feel the same. Yet, I mean, I shouldn't say that because my body feels the same. My energy levels through the roof. The things I could do now that I couldn't do is unmatched. I could outdo my kids. I could go up and down the steps. I don't complain. I go up. I don't ask anybody for help. I can do it myself. I take the dog out. I'm up and around. In fact, my stand ring closes. My ex. That's a miracle in itself. The first time this year in school, we have a trophy case down the one hallway, and I really haven't noticed it. But the last few times I walked down there before school closed, I looked. I'm like to see my profile, like not to see my stomach, like to see like straight. Like I'm like going. It just. I stood there and I looked at myself. I was like, wow. It is. Sometimes it is just unbelievable. It truly is. Good for you, Deborah. You said it. That's it. Whatever you, like I said, whatever, and yet Weight Watchers doesn't listen to that. It's whatever works for them. But I get it. I mean, we all have our comfortable level. We all have what we want to. We feel comfortable with ourselves with. I know the neck. The neck is like I didn't have a neck for so long. There's the one picture that I have at my son's homecoming. That's I use that as that face shot a lot. I mean, I'm legit like this, and it's like there's like no neck. It's like oh my gosh. Oh, this pandemic's been suck ass. The fact that we can't get the stuff we're used to, that's half the problem. You can't get the chicken that you're used to, the beef you're used to, the produce you're used to. You just have to get what you can get. That's been an issue. So I've been just trying to like make regular dinners and just eat less. It's been difficult. That could be a contribution to my weight gain. You know, there's a thing on YouTube called, which I've done a few, face yoga. And it does retract, and I do like use moisturizer and like tightening cream. That does help. It does. I won't lie. I think it definitely helps. Oh, I think they are too. Turkey neck. Oh yeah. My leader's like, you have the smallest legs. I'm like, I do. She always said she'd sit down there and I would sit there. She goes, your legs are so small. I never noticed it. But it's funny. That's the one thing I love. The fact that I can cross my legs. That's probably been like the fun thing. Like to have them like legit cross over and not like be up. That's been fun. You get what we said that at school. You get what you get. You don't get upset. I definitely think age should come into play. History. History. I think everybody's got a history. Like if you're diabetic, I mean, there's just so many things that could go into it. They like to think, well, you just don't want to, be the right weight, or you. But if you've been 270 pounds, I think being 160, 165 is damn good. You're still 105 pounds. Like I don't know. I just don't. I'm like the Willy Wonka of Weight Watchers. Putting shoes, tying the kids' shoes at school. I back in I would have one of the bigger kids do it. Oh, so can you tie his shoes? Like I wasn't bending over. Well, the last year the girls, the other aides laughed. They're like, look at you getting down and tying shoes. I'm like, because I can, and it didn't bother me. Like the thought of bending over, it's like, oh God, I won't be able to get back up. I can legit bend down, tie those shoes. Never had to ask another kid to do it. Climb up, put my stuff on the bulletin board. Oh, that would always like try to get on that step stool. 270 pounds. I'm like thinking to myself, I'm gonna fall off this thing. I'm gonna bounce, and somebody's gonna get hurt. Yeah, legit. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe, like, when I originally went to Weight Watchers, and let's go to the last 10 years. In 2013, when I joined, I was 235. I lost 40 pounds. I was 195. I quit. My son had a seizure, and my mother had to go in the hospital. I went back in 2016. I was 270. So I gained all that weight back plus 20 more. I remember walking in there, and they keep your weight on file, so that's what it said on my card, plus 65 or 75. And she was scratching off. I said, I know how much it is, and then I got down to 213, and it was when it was Smart Points. I just couldn't ever get into Smart Points. The green plan, I just couldn't get into it. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't get a groove with it. I loved Points Plus. I really loved Points Plus. So I never forgave them for giving me Smart Points. And then I left in October of 2017 at 213. I think it was 213. I think. And then, no, I think it was around there. And then I came back 4 months later with Joan. She dragged me back, thank goodness. And then I was 247. Of course I gained weight back. And that was only in 4 months or 3 months. And then February of 2018 to February of 2020, I lost 93 pounds. So that's where I stand now. And my leader tacked my old weight loss. So it was only 3 months in between because you were only 3 months away. So that's why it would have been 93 pounds or 94 pounds. But now she tacked on my old weight, so it became 117 pounds. So I do. I mean, like I said, if it wasn't for the stupid topics, I adore the plan. The plan works if you follow the way it's written. It is a fantastic plan. I do love the plan. That's why I still do it. I think everything's in portion correctly. I mean, I definitely think your 0 point foods need to be reeled in, and you need to know what you're eating. I don't think it's a free-for-all and an all-day buffet. I mean, I definitely am well within my calories because I could tell by how I lose. And I lost consistently. I would have weeks where I didn't lose, but I consistently lost all through my journey. And now that I upped my points, I took my 5 maintenance points, so I'm still bouncing where I'm at. So I know I'm eating enough. I know I'm eating correctly. It's just now I'm moving more, so that's like putting a whole nother dynamic into my journey. Boys' laces. Oh my God, when they're wet. Yes, Lori. I remember going, the laces are wet. Ugh. But it's too late. I've already touched them. Yeah. My shoes, I actually could fit in a half a size small. My feet only went up half a size, but I go between 8 and 8.5. I do. Like I said, I will probably always be on this plan, and I do love the blue plan. I have had all my, I don't ever have anything to complain about. I have enough points. I think it's a great plan. I will never, don't take this the wrong way, but I will never do green. No. Green and I don't get along. I don't. As much as I say about the 0 point foods, yeah, I could never do green. Purple, it's just, it's just green. It's just blue tweaked. And I eat a lot of those foods. Like I had quinoa tonight. I just counted it. I love the foods on the purple plate. That's why I say I do the magenta. Because it's purple foods counted on the blue plan. I get 28 points and I eat pretty much 28 of them. Pretty much every day. Good night, Donna. Painting your own toes, that is big. I remember we were down the shore one summer, and was I on Weight Watchers then? I don't think so. I remember trying to paint my toes, and I was like, "This is for the birds." I couldn't reach them. Couldn't get over like my stomach to get my foot up high enough. Yeah, hot mess, hot mess. See you later, Deborah. Good night, Linz. You have a great evening too. Hey, Ellie Hauser in the house. How you doing, Ellie? How are things in California? We have a lot of people in California. I'm popular in California. At least that's what I've heard. Don't know how true that is. I think the foods in the purple planet are like all the ancient grains, the amaranth, the quinoa, the couscous, brown rice, like oats. They're always been the foods you should be eating, and I've always eaten them. I eat oats a few times a week. Love it, but I count mine. And I eat a whole half cup. 4 points worth. Damn right. But I'm glad things are great. Wow, good for you, Tamara. That'd be interesting to read. Master's thesis on weight loss programs. Wow, that's really interesting. That's cool. Oh, Ellie, you're sweet. I know, all my California girls. California girls. Yep, all my girls in California. All right, Tamara, we all want to read your thesis. We're all going to grade it and critique it. No, that won't happen. I'm an aide, not a teacher. Oh, half a cup? Damn straight. Here's the thing. You could put your half a cup of milk. You put Greek yogurt in that bad boy. Ooh, so good. Now I've been putting about a teaspoon, maybe a little less, of chia seeds. Because I found them in my freezer. I keep my chia seeds. All my weird stuff is in the freezer. You know, all my hemps, all my stuff's in the freezer. I finally found my chia seeds. They were buried in there. Ooh, I've been loving chia seeds again. Exactly. Exactly. Portion control is exactly the name of the game. And you're eating real food. Like those Nutrisystem commercials and stuff. I sit there, I'm like, and Marie Osmond, I'm like, and when she says no meetings to attend, I'm like, well, meetings are important. Meetings are what teach you behavior. Duh. Like, Marie, really? Yeah, I'm not eating that crap. I want to eat food. You just have to learn, and that's the only way you learn if you go to a meeting. Oh, brown rice and oatmeal. Absolutely. All right. You have fun at your wedding. I know, Ellie. I work on it too some days. Oh, I love oatmeal. It's like my favorite food group. And I always, I don't know if you ever noticed this, I buy both. I buy the quick and the rolled, and I mix them because I like the combination. That's how I roll. I like a little bit of each because sometimes other ones are too oaty and some ones are not oaty enough. So you mix them, it's the perfect combination. I need to make maybe tomorrow, I want to make a thing of steel cut in the Instant Pot. Oh, so good. Oh yes, the almonds and the lilies. You've been watching. It's good stuff. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that a shame? Well, ladies and germs, I gotta go to the potty because I had me some green tea and I had this, so I gotta go empty out. If it was only the other end, we'd be great. But that's a whole other video. I thank you for joining me here tonight. I can't speak Luigi, so I can't help you. You had some tea. Awesome. I thank you for joining me here tonight. I hope to be here tomorrow. I don't see why I wouldn't. If anything changes, I will definitely leave a comment on the page and on the community post if we're busy with cake. But we usually aren't that time, but we'll see. If things happen, I will definitely let you know. I thank you for joining me here tonight. If you haven't already given me a thumbs up before you leave, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And remember, go watch Dee's video. She has food finds and fashion finds today. And if you haven't checked out her cheesecake and her flan, I recommend you watch those too. And don't forget about the frozen hot chocolate. Trust me, it's good. Have a great rest of your evening. And remember what I always say, you're only one meal away from being back on track. Wish me luck tomorrow on the scale. If not, you will see the good, bad, and the ugly will be there. Because I do photograph my scale. I am, if nothing else, honest. Have a very good evening.